Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the How to Read Your Insurance Policy video series. On episode 1, we went over how to understand who the insurance provider is, where to find your policy number, how to find out what dates your policy is effective, beginning and until. Super important stuff. In video 2, we went over reading what's known as Section 1 of the policy. That's property coverages and loss of use coverage. So we went over all those things, and now today on episode 3, we're going to go over Section 2, also known as the liability or third-party section of the policy. So let's dive right in. As you can see on the screen, we have a homeowner declarations page. Don't worry that it says homeowner if you have a condo or if you only rent. All these principles apply similarly, just the coverages may be slightly different. So you have coverage L, liability, and coverage M, medical payments to others. So in the last episode, we talked over losses and coverages for things that belong to you. Now we're going to talk about losses and damages you may cause to others. So for example, if you are what's known in the legal world as negligent, you have to shovel your sidewalk after a big snowstorm, someone slips and falls on ice, gets injured, you're going to be sued. It will be considered a negligent act because you were supposed to shovel, assuming that's your responsibility. And then you're going to have to go to court and deal with that. That's where liability coverage will kick in. Now, you never want to be intentionally liable just because you have coverage. But as you can see here on the policy, this sample policy has $300,000 in personal liability coverage. Understand it's just personal coverage. If you run a business out of your home, totally different story. That's not going to be covered here. When you look over that limit, it's also important to keep in mind your liability coverage limit should match or exceed your net worth. So usually it should exceed whatever your estimated net worth is. So if you own $1 million home, you also have a condo, may have a secondary home, your net worth might be $2 million or $3 million. So you want to make sure you have $3 million in liability coverage. You can't get all of that usually on a homeowner policy. You'll get what's called an excess liability or umbrella policy for the additional 2 or more million above 1 million. It depends what carriers offer. Not everyone will offer excess liability. Not everyone maxes out at 1 million on their homeowner policy. Sometimes they can endorse more coverage on. But liability coverage, again, is coverage for things like slip and falls. Or if you have guests over, someone drinks and drives afterwards because you were irresponsible, you let them drive home, or didn't realize that they left and they had drank too much. Again, you are going to be considered liable in most states, and you may well get sued, and you need to make sure that your liability limit on your policy is going to match or exceed your net worth, unless for some reason you want to leave your net worth exposed. If you want to leave your net worth exposed to a lawsuit, I don't know what to tell you, but it doesn't cost too much to buy liability insurance. It's super important to have. And then you have, for less severe scenarios, you have medical payments to others coverage. So understand medical payments, it's to others. It's not for you. It's not for your kids. If they get injured, that's your health insurance. Or if they get injured somewhere else, you may have to sue or get coverage from that individual or that company's policy. But we're talking about at your house. So medical payments to others. If someone, again, slips and falls, or your dog bites them, and it's a small dog bite, it's a small medical claim. They get cleaned out, bandaged up at the emergency room. That limit is going to go towards something like that. So you avoid a lawsuit, you pay out medical payments coverage to them, boom, done. Those are for simple things. Someone falls and they break a leg, or your dog bites them and severs an artery, or something severe like that, that could well be a lawsuit. And it's important to understand that it doesn't necessarily have to be someone who wants to go after you. It could be a friend, but if their medical bills are too high for them to pay, they'll have no choice but to sue you. And it may be a no hard feelings type of thing, but it may just be, I can't go bankrupt paying for something that you technically caused. So again, Section 2 deals with losses and damages to others, not to yourself, your own property, your own stuff. That was Section 1. Now, in video number 4, we're going to go over deductibles. How do those work? How do those factor into the overall premium of the policy? And how do you understand how to read them for certain loss events? So again, my name is Hayden Kopser. I am the co-founder and president of a boutique risk advisory and insurance brokerage, which is the producer of this, North Improvement LLC. We are licensed throughout the Northeast and beyond. We'd love to be your broker, or at least just help answer more questions. If we're not doing the best job we can here and you have more questions than we've been able to answer, just call us. We're happy to talk. You can call me or text me directly, 212-495-9172. Or you can email me, Hayden, Hayden, @northimprovement.com. Look forward to hearing from you if you want to reach out, and also really look forward to you stopping by for video number 4 where we go over deductibles.